Hello, welcome to the studio. It's Wednesday and it's our time together being vulnerable and I got a good conversation for you today. Let's get our chat box up. I've already cut the do not disturb off. That's how I want to get into it. We're going to talk about flowers. We're going to talk about all the things that help me and my self-healing because that's what we're talking about today. Now, I'm going to give you a disclaimer right now. Team replay. Y'all probably don't get this, but the live people, the internet hopefully is doing good. My upload speed is good. The weather is good. So, let's cross our fingers that we have a great live today. I am going to slap paint on paper today. I was going to do mini portraits, but I'm not sure. We're just going to kind of let the day not the day. We're going to let the time go. And as the time go, I'm going to decide as we move along. We're just going to not have too much of an agenda today other than the title. We're talking about self-healing, which is more like self-care. Azuka has over. I was on her channel earlier and she's doing, what is it? An apple cake recipe. I'm going to check it out. Azuka's Kitchen that pops in the chat. Her lives is up. Okay, so let me get some things up. So today we're going to be talking about vulnerability in self-healing. Kind of like, think about it as being self-care. Okay? All right. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, if you would hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, and that thumbs up, like and share this video. Somebody might need to hear. Somebody might need to. So give us that thumbs up. Okay, I have a lot of things that's kind of going on in the world, but I'm happy. I have no complaints. When I tell you I have no complaints right now, I have no complaints. I was out in the yard today. It's spring, my sinuses, I cleaned them out, put some stuff in my nose, so I mowed, had the dogs out, cleaned the dog house, redid some things in the dog house. Then I went and got lunch. So I'm good. So that's why I say this live is probably going to be great because I'm great. All right, I am going to give it our allotted time because we're going to give people notification. I cut my email off. I cut everything off so that way I have all the stream for the live because it has just been a little wonky. The man came and did some, what do you call it, spray painting out in the front of the yard. Let's pray, let's pray, let's pray. It is P River getting ready to call me because they're going to hook up fiber octave. And what I hear about fiber octaves, it's amazing. They have no complaint, or either they don't know what to compare it to. One of the two. Because we are in rural Alabama and they didn't have internet. So I was grateful that I got to have a little bit of internet when I did move here. Because why? I work from home. But I'm not stressing over it. Because if I got to get peace over being connected to the world, I'll take peace for 100, Alex. All right. I got some things on the desk. I'm going to pour some paint. I'm going to do a couple things. I have been true to myself where I said I was practicing with brushes, different brushes. So I'm going to share all the different brushes. I have 6 because that was my thing. My objective for the week was to use 6 new brushes. Well, that one isn't. I left the other one. No, what did I use? Let's see. We have the Filbert. We have the Filbert in 3 different sizes. 4 different sizes. Nope, we have it in 4 different sizes. And then we have I can't remember what this brush was called, but I have this one. And I guess maybe I put that, it's my favorite. So I can't include it in the new brushes because it's an old one. So I'll have to get one. I don't know. Let's see. We'll just pull one out that I haven't used. And that's real easy to do because they're all in the thing looking cute. So we will pull out the Angler shader. We'll do that. So these will be my 6 that I continue to use for the rest of the week. And why am I doing that? Because practice, 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 and showing up doing something different. So let's wet our paints so they'll be ready. I'm using the 6 brand new Daniel Smith, and I'm going to pour 4 new ones that I have. I don't know why I didn't pour them in pans. I thought I did. Okay, so, okay, it's after 5 minutes. We're going to scroll on over to desk time. I thought the camera wasn't going to work. I was like, oh my goodness, thought it wasn't going to work. Okay, so I wanted to make sure, these are my new ones. I wanted to make sure these are not in here, and they're not. You can see that sap green is leaving me. I know these are not. So I got a red, green, and a blue. So I'm going to pour those in the pan, and we're going to, as we talk about self-care, it's called self-healing is what I'm really, really talking about. Because today in being vulnerable, I want to personally share my story real quick about why I chose self-healing as part of this series. And I kind of touched on it in the beginning of our starts of our videos. But when you're being vulnerable in self-healing, you're being vulnerable enough to work through whatever it is you're going through. I personally use art to heal, right? My journey through grief and vulnerability. So if you're just coming in, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, so you'll be notified when I do go live. Like and share the video, all the things that let YouTube know that there's someone watching and I'm not here by myself. Greatly appreciate it. But today I'm going to talk about something deeply personal. And everything that I've talked about this month is really, really, really personal. And that's why I really wanted to title it Vulnerability, because I could keep it to myself, because a lot of it is not, I'm not going to say it's not public, because I've written a book and I've shared all my emotions about how I feel about the death of my son after he was murdered and all of the things. So it's just one of those things. So don't worry about that. But art has helped me to be more vulnerable, not with the world, but with myself. So if you're navigating loss, heartache, or just the weight of the world right now, I truly invite you to join me in this conversation, as I'm going to do some things on my desk. I'm not sure if I want to wet these up yet. I'm going to wait a little minute. So, but I did this yesterday. Check this out. I don't know if I'm going to bless someone with this, but this was yesterday's, and I was in a funky little mood. And I like to call my moods funky, because it's either there. It's a funky mood when I can't describe it, or when I'm in an angry mood, I call it an angry mood. Like I've named different parts of my emotions, but the one thing I want you to do is to name it. Okay, so in my art, in the way that I get to express, release about, giving myself permission to feel and to self-heal and to have self-care and to take care of me, this is how I do it. So yesterday I had some fabric that was already done, and I got a package from Amazon, and y'all know I collect Amazon packages. If you don't, after you see this, maybe you might, if it's your thing. If it's not, no worries, no pressure. If you like and love anything that you see on my channel, you're my kind of person. If you like anything that you hear on my channel, then you're my kind of person. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And I constantly remind myself of that. So when I say it out loud, I'm not saying it to you guys. I have to say it out loud to remind myself. Karen, everybody don't like you. Karen, some people think you are, let's see, what was told to me? I think I'm better than everybody else. And, those kind of things. Remember, I had a whole thing on Sunday that, I think it was Sunday. Yeah, Sunday I did about that. We're not going to let that stress. We're not going to worry about it, okay? So if you got your cup of coffee, your water, I have water because I just had lunch. And so I wanted to make sure I'm hydrated. Get your tea, coffee, tea, glass of wine, whatever it is, and sit back. And I'm going to tell you thank you in advance for taking the time to stop through and watch this video. But I had put the tea in here because this was in a package and it popped out and I was like, oh wow, didn't know that was in there. But it's a little pocket that I left in there, and so I sewed all of this on. Haven't done the inside yet, so it's a work in progress. This fabric was given to me by Kim. Kim made pillows and she sent me pillows, and so she sent me some extra fabric, and so therefore I kept that. And that came in some Happy Mail, so I put that on there, and then of course the lace. So that's where we are with it right now. I haven't decided if I'm going to cover it with paper since I've put material on there. I don't know. And I don't have to decide like all at one time. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to, you don't have to figure it all out in one whack. But if you do create something and you have a sewing machine then, and you collect, or you have Amazon package, this is just something else you can do with it. I had fun just really slapping these fabrics on there. I saw Kelly do it over on Books and Things, I think is what it's called. And I was like, yeah, I use mine, but I usually make a book out of mine. Like I would have cut this in half and made a junk journal the other sewing way that I do it. But this way I just really covered up the cover. Now, how am I going to include in the middle? I don't know. This is a big. That would be a big spine. So, not sure. And do I have to decide right now? No, I do not. Okay. So let's move on. And then this has been the junk journal that I've been working on my desk. And right here is the very first thing I put in there, which is for Dawn. This was her Happy Mail that I sent her. And this was our very first. So I said first Happy Mail package to Dawn. And, you like to keep things like that. So it's in here. So I call this the Dawn start of the junk journal and some of the things I put in here. And y'all, if you haven't seen how I made these, took all my scraps, I will link the video to this in the description box below. And you can watch it at another time at your leisure. Okay. I did not show you how to do it. I just showed you what I did. Now, the how comes in my Patreon, and that is linked in the description box below. I would love for you to join me over on my Patreon. Even if you just come in and join me on my Patreon for a cup of coffee. It's just that low, just that simple. So that is that. Oh, Dawn, hey. See, I just got to talking. I haven't gotten a text from you. Well, I haven't checked my Instagram, but I'm going to say you still haven't gotten your package, but I have, this is the, look, the tracking number and everything. I made sure I kept it out on my desk, and it's still en route, so God only knows. We got butterflies in it. We got some pretty papers in there, so I'm excited to do this one because the scavenger hunt is included in all of the 10 books that I made because I didn't make it to what do you call it? I didn't make it to put them in. Crystal, what's up? I hope them puppies okay. Monique, what's up? Monique, you off today? What's up? I enjoyed that your last podcast. Okay, this is what I'm going to do right here and right now. Okay. Everybody that just popped on, if you have not, hit that thumbs up. So we can go on and let YouTube know that there are people watching. So if you give this video, this live a thumbs up, that helps the algorithm or whatever it does. Sorry, I was late. I had to order a toy for the Mr. Oh, what the Mr. getting? I was in the yard, so I was a little late. I was like 3:02. But I was in the yard today. I mowed today. I'm excited for spring to come back. To be here. I was in the yard, literally just sat in the yard. And then I walked for 30 minutes because, I can't walk all at one time. So I do it in 30-minute intervals. I clean the doghouse out. I feel like I've poured this. And if I have, then oh well, I have some more. Maybe I just poured it out. These are the new Daniel Smiths that I got from Michael's. Joann's is not doing me good. They ain't doing they ain't doing nothing. Look, they ain't hitting on nothing. They trying to get all their money back, and I'm happy for them, or whoever bought them. It's no longer Joann's, which is a little sad. I feel like I need to grieve that I won't have Joann's no more. It's like a good there anymore. He's getting things to start the garden. Yay! There we go. Mr. McCoy was out in the yard. I think when was he off? Monday. Monday. I think Monday. What's today? Yeah, Monday. And he started doing some things. And on my walk and mowing this morning, I was just like, oh my goodness. And I was going to go out there and finish. And I was like, nope, not going to do it. Clean the doghouse, put down some flooring up under one of the cages. I want to see if it's going to stay. So I have my new projects that I have in hand. All right, so there we go. We got, let's keep that there so I know I can, because I didn't write the name. Darn it, I forgot. Squirrel. But we'll leave them up there. When they get dry, I'll put them on there. It's not too hard. But this, what is this one? Blue. It looks like appetite. Okay, there's that. But yeah, so spring is here. My nose is here. I put the sinus stuff up my nose, so that did good. All right, we wet these up a little bit more. These are the brushes that I have. I told you guys I was doing new brushes, ability and self-healing. It's kind of like saying kick rocks to everybody else because you need to take time for you. That's kind of like what I did. I cut out, like, I literally 2022, 2023, no, 23 and 24, I pretty much took care of Karen, right? My thing to my kids, when they're like, the kids come for summer, I was like, no, I'm trying to decide if I like pizza. And that was just my way of I needed time for myself. I needed to know what I am without being a mother. I don't even know how to be a grandmother because I was too busy being a mother. So I want my grandkids to come when they do come, and I don't want to have to tell them nothing to do but yes, 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 as long as it don't interfere with my life. All right, I am going to lay these here because that's what we're using. I am going to share some things that I did in self-care. So my art is my safe space, right? Because my grief is heavy. My pain is real. And sometimes words, they fail me. Like I remember, let's see, a couple years ago, not last year, but a couple years ago, I would have a conversation, as a matter of fact, with Monique, and she'd say, I'd be like, she'd say something, I was just like, I don't have words for it. I feel like a dictionary with no words. And that's how I was for a while. I felt like a dictionary with no words. That's a dictionary, guys. Think about it. You go for the dictionary or you go to pull up Google and it's like, we don't have no words. Think about that, right? Just really think about it. And that's how I was. When people ask me how I felt, I didn't have words. I couldn't articulate it, right? So that's why I needed to take care of me. And it was self-healing. Nobody could do it for me. I had to stop people pleasing, say no, and just take care of me. And I'm still doing that kind of in a way as well. And my art is my safe place. Last night, I wasn't feeling it. Something was going on. I wasn't sure. Wasn't crying, wasn't angry. But I just took this little palette, Deep Light, is the newest palette I have. And this sketch pad, which is my practice pad, and those brushes, and I just went in, got in bed, and I painted this, and I painted this. Now I'm kind of feeling this. I needed to loosen up a little bit, but remember I was using new brushes. I did it all with these two brushes, which are Filbert 6 and 8. So my hand was a little different because it was not as easy as it was slapping paint on this one. Okay, so this piece, for example, when I recreated it, it was in a moment of, like I say, not that it was sad, not that it was, I couldn't even explain what it was. So, but instead of running from my emotions and trying to, fuss or whatever and trying to navigate or whatever it was, I just succumbed to it and just like, okay, got into bed, took some deep breaths, pulled this out, and I felt so much better. As a matter of fact, I believe by 9 o'clock I was putting this up and going to sleep. So that's what it was. So sometimes whatever it is that's going on, sometimes you just gotta tell the world, I can't do it no more. I'm going to sleep. Right? So this piece was that. And it's so much so that I can't even say that I finished it because but look at that peony. That peony is opened up and I did that with these brushes. Woo, listen, pat myself on the back. That one looks like a half peony. It's all right. But these are peonies, and this one definitely looks like a peony. Love it, love it, love it. So being vulnerable in the creative process for me is sharing ugly stuff in my art or sharing like when I'm just not in a great mood. And I really have to show you guys how, or tell you guys how I get out of it. And that's why Mondays and Wednesdays I get to pretty much not dump. I'm not going to say dump. That's not a good word. I get to share and be vulnerable with you and really share how some of the hardest things about healing, how I do it through my art, how I allow myself to be vulnerable, to create without judgment, to sit with my feelings instead of trying to push them away, right? That is what I love most about what I'm gaining in this process with myself of being vulnerable while I'm healing. So this one today, like we only got, I think we got 1 more week, 2 more weeks. How many more weeks we got? I have 2 more. Today is the 19th. So we have Monday. No, we have 3 more lives. And the 31st will just be a recap of everything. But all of them is going to be like slapping paint on paper because I realize, guys, that is what I do. My self-healing is slapping paint on paper. My self-healing is writing a book. My self-healing is writing an ebook. Because why? Somebody out there is going through what I'm going through. Somebody out there is going through what I've gone through. Right? So think about, just think about what you're going through right now. Right? Right now. And ask yourself, what can you do to help someone else so that you can focus on them and not so much as yourself? That's what I've done with my grief. My grief journey has been all about focusing on how my emotions have really pissed me off and how some days I just really want to go and cut down a tree out there, and where it lands, it lands. And because I need to hone that in and really focus on what I'm doing, because y'all know, if you know me, you've been outside, you've been on my lives, I got a lot of trees around here, and I got a lot of trees next to the house, and you don't need to cut no trees down without a plan. So let's see. I want to know, let's see, are we good? I really wanted to use these. These are so pretty. Y'all, somebody was telling me, like, don't you have enough watercolors? No. Watercolors is like bras and panties. You ain't never got enough. Nope, sure don't. Now I will say my watercolors are not inexpensive anymore, but that is not, they look, I used to buy shoes and handbags, now I buy watercolors. And now I get to paint prints, make copies of them, sell them, or sell the original, and then I get to be happy with it. So I have a question. What is one small act of kindness you can offer to yourself today? That's my question to you. That was what I wrote in my journal. Now I need to decide. Let's pull a purple out. Oh no. Oh no. You know what? Let's do I don't know. Oh goodness. How about this? See? They're all so yummy. Let's get our water. What is one small act of kindness you can offer yourself today? If you want to put it in the chat, put it in the chat. If not, no worries. Think about it for yourself. Use it for your own journaling prompt, right? That is like physically, mentally, which is like emotionally, or creatively. What are you going to offer yourself today? Remember, it's all about self-healing. We're not worrying about anybody else. If we're moms, wives, we're taking care of ourselves, because we can't take care of other people if we suck. Because if we do, we'll be We'll just be pouring from an empty place. We'll just be, I don't know, have a little funky attitude. I'm speaking for myself. I have a little funky attitude if I'm not happy. Let's clean this off because I need this. I need this palette. So how's everybody been? Getting to bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Oh, that's a good one. And I think my nights have been 11, 12 o'clock dawn. So I think that's what my body did last night. Because I would stay up in here in the studio and then I realized, oh God, it's 11 o'clock and I got to get up, go get into bed. Because, I get up early in the morning. Well, not too early. My small act of kindness for myself is saying no, I can't always do it. Now, Crystal, that's a lot for you, girl. I know that's saying a lot for you. Because Crystal is Miss Yes, 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 Yes. And people like, ask Crystal, she'll do it. They know not to come to me. Because I mastered go for a walk. I like that one. How long is that walk? A mile, 2 miles? But that's so when you do that. So now that you guys have said that, right? And I want you to reflect on your answer and make sure you do it. Because self-healing, whatever is going on in your body will need, and you've already told your subconscious mind that that's what you're going to do, and it's going to be looking for you to do it, right? Meet and greets for my virtual event that starts on Friday. Oh, nice, 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 nice. What? Okay, Friday. I have to set. Listen, Dawn, I have to set my time. Is that the one you have with Tracy on Friday? Y'all got y'all people that are going to be on the show. Is that what you're talking about? I'm super excited for that. And then guys, what's okay? And then if you don't do it, don't beat yourself up about it either. So whatever you said, if you don't do it, don't beat yourself up and be like, "Oh my goodness, I said I was going to do a thing and I didn't do it." Don't beat yourself up about it. Let's start over here. All right? Because at the end of the day, you know what you need to do and your body will tell you for sure what you need to do. This brush is amazing. I don't know why I haven't been using this filbert. I don't know. Probably because I mastered that round brush and this filbert is like, listen, if y'all are on here, and I know some of my friends that are on here, y'all be like, I don't even know what the round brush do. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No, this is the Crop and Create Spring event. Oh, okay, okay. Nice. This is one of the new Daniel Smith, and this is the Coral Reef. I love this. Okay, okay. Now is this something anybody can share in, like, or no? Because I like to support you. Friday, I'm deciding Friday. I'm not deciding now. I'm deciding Friday when I get up if I'm going to an event Friday at noon, and or I need to go to the dentist, but I've been doing something that the dentist told me to do, and so far it's working, and I might not have to come to the dentist, but my mentor is going to be in Daytona this weekend, and it's like 5 hours. So I was really thinking about going there. Oh, Crystal, what are you doing this weekend? You can ride down there. She's going to be there Saturday and preaching on Sunday. But I haven't decided. So that's why I didn't say anything and didn't want to get nobody. And then it's spring break. And so my grandkids are not there. So I wasn't really in a rush to go because they're on their ventures. I'm happy. Look at that peony on. Look, y'all. Oh, boy. This brush is amazing. That's all I'm saying. So this is how I use my art for healing. So this is how I use my art for healing. So let's just say if it's snowing, what is the climate? I'm a little confused because I stay on the ranch, and I stay on the ranch because I want peace. I don't have to leave my house if I don't want to. Come get me if you drive through. Okay, if I go out, then I'll let you know. So when I yesterday I was out and I got to hear some climate talk, and I think that's why I rushed back home fast and came in the studio and I did a lot of videos yesterday. I did a lot of recording, a lot of things, and it was because my whole psyche was just like, wait a minute. I just don't believe this is what's going on. I mean, not believe, but some of the things that was said, I can't believe that people said it. Let's put it that way. And I'm not going to go into what was said. I live in Alabama. Let's just leave it there, okay? And it doesn't, I guess the stuff that some people have experienced in the world, I grew up in Alabama, so it doesn't surprise me, okay? I grew up being called certain names, and then that's why my grandmother instilled in me, baby, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. And so I learned not to answer to a whole lot of things except for if they call me by my name or by my nickname. Okay? All that other stuff that people want to say ain't my name, so it didn't bother. I mean, I remember working at Dillard's in Colorado, and one of my employees, she was like 80, maybe 82, 83 years old. She was an old lady. And she called me a stupid N. She's just a stupid N. And I wasn't mad about the fact that she called me the N. She called me a stupid. She called me stupid. And then I really remember what my grandma said. And I just like, you know what, baby, just do what I asked you to do or either leave or whatever. So everybody that was around her was upset. Azuka's, hey guys, that's Azuka. She's making that apple. She got that apple recipe I was telling y'all about. Go check her out when we finish. Because she'll be on and you get to learn how to got an apple recipe. I'm going back, Azuka. I saw it when I was getting ready to log on. Okay, so everybody else that was in the store, like my other associates, they was like, you're not gonna fire her? I was like, mm-mm. My store manager called me, later on, called me in the office and just like, we're gonna fire her. I was like, oh no, you don't need to fire her. She's like, but Karen, that is just so rude. You want to work with somebody like that? I was like, no, the question is, does she want to work with somebody like what she called me? I don't care about what she said. So, and then I called my grandmama because I felt like I had done a good thing. And my grandmama told me, she said, baby, she's either going to love you or she's going to hate you, in which that means she's going to leave. So y'all know what she did. She left. Because I didn't change who I was. I wasn't raised with hate. I wasn't raised to pay attention to color. The only color that matters to me is green. Okay? Green and silver, right? All that other stuff, black, white, when I never, never had to never had to really deal with it because I wasn't raised to, pay attention to it. So the climate right now, where people want to say and use all that, that's why I don't want to be involved in that kind of chit chat. But yesterday I was out and the climate, after I left breakfast from hanging out with my nephew and his wife and some things that got said, I was just like, what in the world? Let me get my butt back home. Right? And so I came home, and as I was playing with the dogs, I was just like, God, you mean this is what people are out here doing in the world now? Like, this is what we're really doing? And I just said, as I walked with the dogs, I just prayed and, asked God to, you know, give us a reprieve, give us a something. And it dropped in my spirit. The Lord said, you're living in the end times. This is all the things that have been prophesied. You're living in it. And I was just like, oh my goodness. That just kind of swept me a little bit. Y'all, all I want to do is paint and have fun. You hear me? I've stood beside caskets of people that I love that makes my heart hurt. I don't have time for the foolishness that's out here. I know for a fact that the Lord is everything that I need him to be, right? I get to create a world I still get to choose whether I want to participate in it or not. And I choose not to. I just want to slap some paint on some paper. Hey, come on to the studio. Let's just paint. But I know it's not that simple. I know it's not. But I get to choose whether I want to participate or whether I don't. And I choose not to. To go to work and deal with that bull. I'm praying for you. I am. I really am. I really am. I really am. I want to tell y'all, when my husband leave and then when he has a moment, like people come through the gate, because he works on a government base, and they are coming through there complaining because they got to go back to work. And he said, well, at least you got a job. I was like, yeah, that was something good to say, but I'm quite sure they didn't want to hear that. Like, I just want to paint. Yes, Dawn, I just want to paint. I just want to paint. I want to make junk journals. I want to do stuff that is going to bring joy and bring a smile to someone's heart. Somebody might be dealing with all of that stuff, and I just want to paint. So I want to invite you to my live. I want to invite you to my channel. I want to invite you to my videos so that this place, you don't have to worry about it. That's about as much you're going to hear about me talking about what's going on in the world, because it's really what's going on in the world. And ignore it, but I don't know nothing else to say except I just want to paint. I want to mow the yard. I want to play with my dogs. And I don't want nobody coming to me with that bull. Now, we got to have a station identification for Team Replay, because y'all know we love Team Replay. Team Replay shows up, and Team Replay makes the stats go up just as well as Team Live. So Team Replay, if you found this video and you're on here and anything that I've said so far has resonated with you, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you'll be notified when I do go live, and you get to join in on the live. So appreciate it. Appreciate you on Team Replay. All right, that was the commercial for the live. Can't let Team Replay go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, that's 6. Let's do 7 because I had 7 children, so 7 is number of completion. 8 is new beginnings. I just want y'all to know when I'm in here by myself, I've had some of the conversations, and then I just like, do we really want to talk about it though? I was like, no, I don't. But I mean, when I counsel, if somebody wants to talk about it, we have to talk about it. I have to talk about it. I mean, I do. Don't think I'm blind to it. It's kind of like, just don't want to. Just want to paint. That's just it. People want to argue. I want to paint. You want to argue? Let's argue while we paint. Want to paint. Welcome to the channel, Mr. McCoy. We just got through talking about you. Not talking about you, just talking about you having to deal with them people at work when they come through that gate. Talking about they mad that they got to go back to work. Oh, I did talk about you a little bit about these leaves back here. I mowed today and they were in my way. Look at that. Ooh, that is pretty. Y'all, this filbert brush, that's a number 8. What number? So this is number 6. And then I have a number 10. But I like that. See, this is what you have to do. Pat yourself on the back. So, okay. So when I create and I get to do all this yumminess, and this paper is 100% cotton right here. This is the Fabriano paper. Oh, and I want to go to Italy and paint. I want to go to Paris and paint. So therefore, I don't want to stay, just local. So let's be clear. I just want to paint so we can all have fun. And if y'all don't want to paint, tell me some things that y'all like doing. And I don't know. It's like I've been doing videos of all the things I like doing, right? And then I'm putting it up on either whatever platform I choose to put it on, or all of them, whatever. And the caption reads, if this is your thing, then you're my type of friend. Let's be friends. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share the video, join me on Patreon, whatever. That's what it's saying. Because I've found out that I have this uniqueness about me that I don't want to go shopping no more, except for paint. I don't really want to go hang out except to go paint. Y'all get the theme? Paint, right? And so if I can hang out and do the things that I love, like, why wouldn't I? Like, Monique likes to travel. Okay, well, let's travel. I paint. We travel together and I paint. If you want to paint, we can paint. We can go on the beach. Hey, let's hang out. Let's go do this, or let's go shopping. I don't want to do it. Y'all go shopping. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to paint. I'll sit by the pool and paint, right? And then at the end, I just don't want to be that friend that they talk about that's a stick in the mud and don't do nothing. I do a lot. I paint. So my videos is if you like to mow grass, you like to plant flowers, you like to sit on the porch and have a drink and have good quality conversation, not necessarily talk about the climate because there's not a daggum thing I can do about the climate of this world today, right now. Can't. So do I want to sit up and continue to talk about it? No. Do I want to talk about why I go to Target or don't go to Target? No. I don't go to Target, by the way, but I didn't go to Target before. I already told y'all I didn't go to Target because Target wasn't in my zip code. So therefore, that was Target telling me you can't come, and I wasn't finna drive too far. So that's just it. But I just want to paint. Long as they don't start bothering my art stores and start bothering the people who ship me my paints, we good. Now check this out. Once they start, tapping into my world, then that's when I'll be an advocate for whatever. That's when I'll be an advocate for, I can't believe you did that. Because I thought I wasn't going to get my paints from Japan. I was going to have problems. We was going to have problems. We're going to have some problems, okay? I'm serious. It's just like after I ordered them, I was like, oh, shoot. Do we have, like, is things able to come in? Like, I wasn't sure, right? Monique say, porch drinking combo for two. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's that time, too. Man, I'm wanting to go to Vegas in June because I want to go support Barb in one of her art things where she's teaching there in Vegas. So, but I don't think I want to go in July. I've learned from past experience it's hot as hell in July. You can see the devil and all his family out on the streets in July, August in Vegas. Ooh, it's hot. It is hot. I don't want to be nowhere it's over 100. I don't want to be nowhere it's over 95. Okay, isn't that cute? Look at that. I just want to paint. That's all I'm saying. That's going to be it. Hashtag I just want to paint. Y'all put that in chat. Hashtag I just want to paint. So I can put it up on the screen for whoever team replay or to be on this for a minute. Hashtag I just want to paint. Okay. So I invite others into the healing process, right? That's why I'm doing this series. I'm being very vulnerable about how I feel, how I am in this climate and all the things. I'm more of a listener in this climate. And if you ask me for my opinion, I want you to be prepared for me to give you my opinion because my opinion is not what everybody else is in this climate. Just because my skin is what it is, don't think that I'm dancing that dance in the club line trying to learn the what do you call it, the line dance. I'm not one of the ones. I got my boots on the ground though, but I am not out here trying to I'm not being an advocate for some things. Hey Bernadette, look here, Bernadette just getting here and she got it. I just want to paint. I just want to paint. That's it. Just want to paint. Hashtag I just want to paint. That's it. That's it. That's it. But y'all also know it's okay until people come in your yard. And then when they come in your yard, that's when you gotta, you have to decide how you gonna handle this, right? And what number is this? This is an 8. I feel like I need a well, let's see what the 4 does. I just really want some marks to put in here. I don't know what kind. Peonies. Oh, I had the book so I can tell you what peonies mean. I'll get it. I digressed. But think about things that go on in your body. When you're stressing about the world and things you can't control, you're giving yourself anxiety. And that's what it was. My head last night, it had a little tingle to it. And I was like, Karen, you don't get headaches. And so I knew that I needed to just go somewhere and just kind of, just relax in the moment. And that's truthfully what I did. Just kind of let it go because that head was like, it was kind of trying to have a little throb. And I was just like, we don't have headaches. And I don't have headaches. My sugar, my numbers are doing good. I'm not sure if maybe the headache, the little tingle was coming from, I haven't had my coffees like I normally do. That could be a thought, but I wasn't finna get up and go make a cup of coffee to see. So I just stayed there in the, just got in the bed and just kind of paint it and just let it do what it did. Then Mr. McCoy came in talking about money. Y'all know how money make your head hurt. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And then that was the one I just like, girl, get this paint and slap on this paint because I almost cut his head off. And he turned around and just like, oh shoot, let me go on and leave her alone. But I didn't convey that my head was hurting and something was going on. I wasn't sure because he had just got home, so it was fine. But it wasn't. So while the world is, and I'm not gonna say the world, while people are just trying to decide what climate they want to deal in, how they want to maneuver in this world, I'm over here trying to take care of moi, and that's it. And learning new techniques to paint and learning how to share more and not so much as teach because somebody's like, oh, can you teach me how to do that? I really don't teach people. I don't teach paint. I teach you how to navigate your, be right back, putting take steak tips on the grill. I got steaks in the sink. Hopefully Mr. McCoy will come home early today and he'll put them on the grill. But if not, I will. Before it gets dark, because I don't want to be out there. I want to be out there when it's light, so you can enjoy the sunset on the backside of the house. But yeah, so I was telling somebody when they were asking me to teach them, it's like, so in your Patreon, you teach me. I was like, well, that's really not what I do in my Patreon. I had to really come to the realization that my Patreon is more to have fun. It's more to have fun. Yard work, yeah, if you get home before it gets dark, I believe it when I see it. We'll see. But I can't teach you how. I'm not an art teacher. Okay, I am a counselor, more of a consultant. I can consult because this is what I realized. I can be a consultant as you do it. And then I don't want you to try to come in my Patreon or join me on one of my retreats and try to do this. And you watch me do this because that's not what I want you to do. Right? All right, Monique, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate the time. I really, really do. But the thing that it is I want to have the conversation with you so that you can get your mind clear and then let the brush, like literally, let's see, let's take this brush. Let's say this was you. I give you this brush and I give you this paint. Do I need some more green? Yeah, let's use some more green. And I tell you to do this. This is about as much as I can tell you to do. What you do from here on out, it's totally left up to you. If you do something like this, if you take the brush and a piece of paper and you just do this, that is beautiful. That is great. That's what you're going to get from me. Why? Because you're taking the time to do something that you haven't done before. Or you're taking the time to sit and have a conversation while you put marks on a paper. Now, we can take this and turn this into something if that's what you want. So this is why I tell people I don't teach art. And it's probably why some people is like, well, Karen, you give away too much on your lives or you talk too much about. I want people to have a conversation. Either way, I love what they're doing, right? And then I like to say, like I like to tell you, if anything that I say resonated with you, not what you saw, but what I said. So that's why I think I had to realize that, well, people were not focused on what I was saying. They were focused on what I was doing. And I don't sell what I'm doing. I want you to have a conversation with me about what I am saying. Does it resonate with you? Does it make you decide that you want to do something positive in your life? Right? Does it decide that you want to go out and become an entrepreneur? Do I motivate you to get up and do something different with your life? That's what's important to me. And if I'm not doing that, then me and God got to have a conversation, because that is what I was called to do. And he told me he'll take care of everything else. This is it. I feed the birds of the air. Are you any less than I won't feed you? Oh, I stopped worrying about it. I don't worry about finances. I don't worry about money. That's why I said when Mr. McCoy came in the room last night talking about money, it's like, wait, what? Not worrying about it. And just I fixed what he was talking about. And then when I did that and didn't stress over it, I woke up this morning and the Lord had bountifully blessed. So am I going to worry about some things? No. That's not my business. That's God's business. So while the climate may be what it is, I put my faith and trust in God. And I know that He will. Now, am I not going to, do some things? Yeah, I'm going to do some things because, some things you just need to do just because you need to do. But am I going to do it because who sits in the White House? I'm going to do it because that's what the Lord leads me to do. Or that's what the Spirit says that this is what was time to do this or it's time to do that. I'm going to pray about it. And if it's for me, it's for me. If it's for me to be an advocate, then I'll advocate. Like when my son was murdered by gun violence, people like, oh, you need to join the mothers for, gun violence. No, I don't know. At the time, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know that's not what I'm feeling. Whatever, right? So now here we are, going on 6 years later, and the Lord has said, you need to help mothers get up again, and you get to show them how you did it. You get to show people how to be resilient. Because we carry these Bibles and we say we believe in God, and then the first trial that comes along, we rewind here, oh, woe is me. Oh, Lord, what I'm going to do? He'll give you the desires of your heart. He will, trust me. He will do it if it's in your best interest. That's the part some people don't like. They don't want that. Like I tell some people when, they're like, well, my son died. And now I'm like, it was in God's will. I told the story to young lady I was talking to, and I was like, I believe that God gave our children an opportunity to stay and not die, but there would have been some conditions on their life. I believe that the conversation, and this is in my anointed imagination, walk with me. I believe that when Joshua was shot and the Lord hovered over and said, well, I can leave you, you can stay, but you won't be able to walk. Someone will have to take care of you. Your mom will probably have to take care of you, or somebody, whoever, whatever. You'll never walk again. You'll probably be paralyzed. Or like he gave him all these things. And then I believe he said, or you can come with me and be healed. And I can believe because my son had scripture on his arm. And I know that he was like, I'll be good. My mom will be okay. I'm going with you. Now that's a hard pill to swallow 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I definitely wasn't thinking like that 6 months after his death, a year after his death. But in the anger, I had to find some solace. And in praying and trusting and believing in God, I kept asking, you need to give me something. God, y'all know God. God is saying, I ain't got to give you nothing. You going to live and you going to be okay. But in his infinite wisdom, he did. He gave me comfort as he will. And that's how I look at it. As Joshua said, I don't want to. Just the same as my daughter made the decision to commit suicide. She said, I don't want to. I don't want to stay here no more. I want you to give me permission to leave. And just like it says in the Bible that she left open to Romans, I think it's Romans 10 and not 10 and something. She wasn't the first one. Nobody here was the first. You go back in the Bible. People committed suicide. So, you got people that say they're going to die and go to hell. Okay. You might want to worry about yourself. Like that little girl say on what you got. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. Okay. I'm enjoying this. This is yummy. Y'all, I just want to paint. I need a yellow, but that's not the yellow I need. So I'm going to have to come over here and get a different yellow. Where are we on time? Ooh, remember I told y'all today, like y'all got somewhere to go today. Y'all can go because my heart is good. I just want to paint and I'm happy. That's what I like when I get out there and get on that mow and mow down the yard and look back at it and be like, that looks good. Pat myself on the back and then came on in here and was just like, it's going to be a good live today. So, because I knew it was going to be good because why? I was going to be talking about self-healing. And there's nothing better that I can do than talk about myself. and self-healing after having lost my son, it's been a journey. Like, it has been a journey, and it's going to continue to be a journey, because just because I've accepted the fact that he is gone, he is no longer with me, it doesn't mean that I smile and have joy all the time. Some days are rough. Like I said yesterday, I wasn't very sure what was going on yesterday, but I didn't really wrestle with it too long. I conceded, and when I woke up this morning, I felt great. So that's just it. So there we go. Look at that. Oh, that's so yummy. I just want to paint. Hashtag, that's just it. We just gonna get it. Hashtag, I just want to paint. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to put your hashtag, what you want to do. I can't wait to mow the yard. Oh, Dawn, I know you can't. Oh my God. Yeah, you got a long time. Well, maybe not. What time? How long does it take for your yard to really get dried up from all that snow? I know when we were in Colorado, we didn't mow right away. But I didn't have a big yard like I do now. In Colorado, we had a little square. That's why I wanted to leave, because I wanted more. And I love mowing. I love, 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 love mowing. It's my therapy. I get on that lawnmower, and then, especially if I'm having a moment, as I ride that mower, I'll be like, God, listen, let's have a conversation. Oh, and today, while I was mowing, this hawk just literally came over the house. I've never seen one that close. The hawk just came over me, because I was in the front of the house in Joshua's meadow, and the hawk just literally swooped down, and like the shadow went across me, and it made me jolt a little bit, but the hawk was up in the sky. And then I stopped and paused, and I tried to video him, but he just swooped back up, and that just made my heart feel so good. And I was like, oh, look at Joshua. And then it swooped down low, and then it took up and went up high. And Joshua's favorite saying was always fly high. And instead of like crying in the moment, I just got to going on that. I'm very, very appreciative. So that's why I know God will never leave you nor forsake you. And that scripture that people want to quote, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Can you? Can you? I'm just asking a question. And I kind of hesitantly quote that one now, because when you say all things, then God might be want to test you again and like put some more things on me. And I'm good. I'm just like, God, whatever it is you want me to do. Whatever it is you want me to do. Okay? I'm good right now. Oh, I think I need the big one. I want this to have a little kind of something. Now that I put it on here, I kind of got a vision now. But when I started, I ain't had no vision. Let's see. Let's get some. I need a deep, deep green. Let's see. What green is this? Oh, that's it. I need some more sap green, because I've dug deep into my sap green. So oh yeah, that's it right there. That's kind of just like a field of flowers. Like, look at those, child. Look at that. I just want to paint, y'all. That's it. I just want to paint. I just want to paint and help other people be happy. Like, what if painting isn't their thing? Just like, okay, well, I'm gonna paint while you tell me talk or whatever. I think it's the best thing. So that's just it. Let's dig into that some more. Yeah, that's yummy. Let's get it going that way. Just see, this is why I tell you, you don't have to have when you start, you don't have to have a plan. Just start. Just do it. Really, just do it. Crystal, I hope you have a break. You're going to take breaks while you're off for spring break. You're not going to be running yourself ragged. The porch is open. Actually, it kind of isn't. It's got so much daggone pollen on it. We'd have to clean it off. But the deck, I'm all about cleaning it off. Look at that. It's like a field of flowers. And if y'all have been seeing my good mornings or not my lives, but my videos that say good morning, that's my yard. I was like, who needs to go to CapCut and get a video? I can do my own video. And I got down on that ground and videoed them flowers. Like, they're not this big, but hopefully my peonies, because I have two I bought two from the flower lady, and I'm gonna plant them. I'm excited about planting them. So, cause I had peonies in Colorado. I wonder if they're still growing, like if they're still up. These daggum bees, or I tell you what, these carpenter bees. Oh, that's another thing, Mr. McCoy. If you're still on here, we're gonna have to put some more sealant because them carpenter bees is coming around, buzzing around on that wood. Hey, if we get that, oh, I have objectives, y'all. This is what I tell y'all. I don't know if y'all remember. I told you I don't have goals. I have objectives. Um, and so the objective of this quarter is to get the doghouse. What do you call it? Closed in, not closed in, but whatever that stuff is. And then for the house, I want siding instead of getting it painted. I want to see how we can do about getting siding put on. Y'all, I'm loving that. Oh, that's so pretty. Now I feel like that check. Okay, if you were to add some red to it, where would you put it? Red. Hmm. Red. Hmm. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what size brush that is. Let's get the number 8. And let's see. Let's see. You're asking me offhand where would I put it, and that's not red. That's kind of, let's use this red. This is where I was insulated. Yes, insulated. This is where, these are the Daniel Smith I started off with. So my Daniel Smith collection started out with the basic colors. Yellow was missing out of here. I put it over here. And now this is what my Daniel Smith palette looks like. That's not where I wanted the red to go. Oh, my brush. Ugh. But we can blend that in. That's okay. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to kind of boop, 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 boop. There we go. And so my objective for the quarter is just to do things around the ranch because I do want to have a what do you call? I want to have a retreat. Like I want to invite people to come to the ranch, about 3-4 people to come to the ranch. And remember, you got to be my kind of person. Like you gotta want to paint. That's just it. Krista wants some red. I'm gonna put some red, but I didn't want it right there where it was. That wasn't it. But think about it. I could have did those, the purple ones. I could have did those red. But let me think about. Oh, you know what? I know what I can do. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. She said red. No, we can't do those. Ooh, that'll be good. Okay, like that. So, let's kind of go. Let's kind of do it up in there. Kind of boop, 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 boop. This brush might be too big. Might be too big for what I'm trying to do. All right, you stay open right there. I had the dogs out. They were so tired. They was ready to go in the dog house because I had to clean it up. FedEx man was going by. I had to make sure he wasn't leaving me no happy mail. But that is pretty. Oh no, you won't mess up my vision. You won't. It was a good thing to kind of throw in a color that I didn't have in mind. So that works. Um, I thought about what other color to put in. I was thinking about brown, but I didn't want it to be like I wanted it to be springy colors. So as long as it was in that range. Just swoop it up, and just kind of let that brush kind of lay down. Nothing fancy, nothing fancy. Boop, 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 boop. FYI, here listening while in the meeting. Only one left tonight after this one. Phew, okay. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm okay with it. Because think about it, if the field, and this is why red probably wasn't in my vision, because in the field out in my yard, it's purple and pink and yellow. Nothing was out there was red, so that's probably why I didn't think about red. But red is a color that's usually in my roses. I spend a lot of time with red in my roses. And peonies and roses, maybe when I do a what you call them, but this is working. And that's why I say it. You never know until you try it. If all else fails and I didn't like it, be like, okay, do you like it? Then it'll be your portrait now. But so yeah, that works out. And what are these? Like they're um dark red, plumosa, something. That's one thing I can say. The names. Give me the American name. It's a summer flower. So, but I'm gonna have to go back and put some green leaves on them. Let's kind of pull that across there. Let that go across there. And just drop those. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Doop, doop. And then because that's up there, when it come through there, and then slide that down there. Doop, 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 doop. Boom. There we go. So Alvin has a new home. He's gone. And Simon is pretty much he's part of the crew. I don't think I bet you time I take him, and say he's now my dog, then somebody's gonna pop up and be like, wait, well, I want to buy him. I'm just like, ugh. But he's getting acclimated and trained, and so I told William, yeah, they can buy him, but he's not going on. He's not on sale because he's coming with training. Ooh, that's pretty. Then 3 off them tomorrow. Them 3 off then tomorrow. Oh, cool. Dawn is a busy bee. She's busy. She's about as busy as these bees buzzing around me outside this window. If you hear something thunking on the window, that's them daggum carpenter bees. They're the ones I don't like. I don't know if carpenter bees don't give no honey. They just like to mess up the wood. They mess up wood like somebody drilling. Oh, that looks cute. I like that. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Put that right there. All right, like that's coming off of there. Okay, and I fill it right there. Put something right up in the middle of there. This filbert brush, I think is going to be my next favorite brush. I'm going to pick it up more and more. I just did not realize that it was this much fun. Y'all know when you get used to something, you use what you got. You don't want to change. 2.5 hours of sleep. Dawn, good Lord, yes, you need to go to bed early. We want you to go to bed early. For sure, for sure. Okay, so tell me, for you, if you're still on here, we've gotten everybody that gave me, said what they were going to do. Oh, I needed to go. That's what I was supposed to do, is go and put, who did hashtag, oh, Bernadette was the first one to do it. That's right. Let me go back. Oh, Bernadette, you didn't put it all together. It's got to be all together. Do, 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 do. Okay, the next person was, will it let me put hers up? I need to figure out if I can change the background because it blends in. Hashtag, I just want to paint. That's just it. Just want to paint. So you have your thing. Everybody that was on the live that put in the chat their theme of what they were going to do. What was the question? Okay, what was it? Basically, what is your small act of kindness that you're going to do for yourself today? Now that question is going to change. The question will be for tomorrow. Now I didn't say what you're going to do for this week. I said today. And then that way you tomorrow you can use the same question, but the answer should be different, right? So that way you'll know that you're taking care of yourself. And the one thing I want you to think about is self-care. What is your definition of self-care? If you're doing something for somebody else, that is not self-care. Me painting this picture right here, it's self-care because it made me feel good. And the byproduct of this portrait is it made you feel good, or it made you happy, or it made you whatever it was because you enjoyed. Crystal was so much so she wanted to know, well, what about if you put red in it? So that's what I'm saying. So here are some self-care tips for healing and your well-being. Okay. You got to think about it because there you go. She put it up there. There you go. Yeah, I need it that way. Yeah, there we go. Um, because when you think about it, when you think about your well-being, and again, I'm being vulnerable with me and Mr. McCoy, if he's still on here. We had the conversation like, do I call on you and put you? Because putting my stuff out there sometimes includes him. And so I don't want to put him out there in me being vulnerable because he might not want to be vulnerable. But he said it didn't bother him. And that's probably like what I be talking about. Doesn't matter, but I digress. But that's what I'm saying is the well-being. Sometimes if we're having a conversation and I'm talking about me, and then he'll come in quickly. Yeah, I need to do X, Y, and Z. He's not concentrating on me. He's then started talking about what he got to do for himself. So he's worrying about his self-care. I'm worried about my self-care. And so therefore it's like, well, there's no need to have the conversation if you're not going to have the conversation and help me take care of me, right? Because right now I can't, well, I can eat all the things, but some things I'm having to change and not eat because I'm trying to see how does it affect my A1C? How does it affect my numbers? Because, my sugars. Because I'm a type 2 diabetic, and everybody, not everybody, but the doctor that I'm seeing now, she's like, you don't have to stay a type, you don't have to. You can change. You just have to change what you eat. Okay, so all of the carbs and all that stuff we're trying to cut out. Well, Mr. McCoy don't got them problems. So he bring all that stuff in the house. And so as I'm having the conversation, can you help me? Help me? Is kind of what I'm saying. And so now I be like, when he start talking, I'll just stop talking. And so now he's realized, oh, I did it again. It's okay. You're selfish. And that's not we had to have the selfish conversation. It's not a selfish that you wouldn't give, like you're got your fist closed. It's just like you're so used to talking to your Stacy. Oh my God. Oh, Stacy's hang around for FaceTime because I'll be there. I'll be there. Oh my God, y'all stay through her sister. Oh my goodness, I can't wait till we can see each other and hug. Oh my goodness. See y'all, these are the kind of people you need in your life. People that when you see them, they make your heart beat. Like I wake up in the morning to a text like, oh, my friend is thinking about me, and that be Bernadette, right? It's the things that make you feel good. So therefore you want to take care of yourself so you can be here for them. The red is wet, still wet, and I'm going to kind of let it dry. But I want you to give yourself permission to rest. That was Dawn's, right? Number 2, express yourself creatively. Remember, it is not necessarily about painting a portrait. It could be art, and art could be any form of fashion. Literally, I have an art in even more in the yard. Okay. Your art might be whatever you do. I don't know. You could journal. You could listen to music. I know Crystal loves listening to music. Dance is her thing. Movement, so music or movement, that kind of thing. Find a creative outlet that allows you to release your emotions, the unhealthy emotions, so that you can be healthy, right? Let your soul speak through whatever the expression to be that I just want to paint, right? Number 3, I want you to set boundaries without feeling guilty. Crystal, I want you to say no. And don't feel guilty. Protect your energy. Say no when you need to. And remember that boundaries are an act of self-love, not selfishness. Okay? Number 4, I want you to move your body with intention. Sit up straight in a chair and stretch. Reach for the moon, right? Walk. Monique said she was going to walk. Dancing in your living room. That's Crystal all day long. She probably dancing right now as I'm talking about it, right? And shift stagnant energy like that can have you stiffed and humped over. I always say the old ladies don't like the young ladies because they can't move like the young ladies no more. I go get manipulated from the chiropractor and when he hit that hip, I be like, oop, I got my switch back. Because I do not want to envy the young girls because my hip stuck and ain't gonna do it, right? So move that body, move it around. Hula hoop. Y'all remember hula hoop? Find your hula hoop. Go hula hoop. Pull out your inner child. Go play jacks. Like, and God forbid, like if somebody's on here and you are that young, then like some of these you're already doing. I'm not talking to you. Good Lord. Some of us that are life over a certain age, we have to be reminded to do these things for ourselves. So bring out that inner child. And the last one, speak to yourself. See, I know it. Moving and dancing in my chair. I know it. She can't sit still. Even when she sleep, she still be moving. But number 5 is my favorite. Is speak to yourself. On my walks, when I'm not doing a live, when I'm not videoing, I talk to myself. I told myself yesterday, girl, you're going to be a millionaire. I say, Aunt is. I looked around the ranch and I was like, we're going to have, my dream house is going to be back there where I have the chair sitting. I was having a conversation. Then I was like, Lord, if it be your will, these are the desires of my heart. And anything that is not going to give you glory, please erase it out of my mind. Get it out, right? So I was paying attention to my inner dialogue and I said it out loud as I was walking. I didn't just think it, right? And I also replaced some self-criticism with kindness, because some things are just like in your mind when you're taught to have that scarcity mindset. And I said, I'm going to be a millionaire. The scarcity mindset is like, how the hell are you going to do that? Right? And then so I had to be like, that's not what we're doing. We are going to be because God said we're going to be. God said, I'm going to give you the desires of your heart. Right? So that's what I want you to do. I want you to do some self-talk. Talk to yourself and do it with love, with kindness. Right? Don't do it. Don't be all mean. Don't talk to yourself all mean. Brad did good in here. Listen. Okay, I said I was going to do this, and I do have to pull back out this white. It kind of did a little bit. I need to, because these are their own flowers. So, and self-talk is one of the things I want y'all to do every day. I do it every day. I go for walks. I talk to the dogs, but I talk to myself a lot. If you really could have if I had a GoPro on or somebody was doing this my life or whatever, you'd be like, darn, she talked to herself a lot. Yeah, because when I was growing up, they told me, only crazy people talk to themselves. Well, I'm just crazy enough to believe most of the stuff that I tell myself. And is because you are what you think. There we go. Ooh, those are cute. Those are cute. Ooh, see, that's what you got to do. You got to have your own, like, tell yourself, girl, you bad. Like, ooh. I told y'all, like, if you look at that video, that live I had where my aunt was saying, I think I'm better than everybody else. And I was like, girl, and do. Like, and you should think that too. Not about me, but about yourself. Like, if you don't toot your horn, who gonna toot it for you? Toot your own horn. Y'all toot your horn. Toot, toot. I'm the baddest thing. God woke up this morning. Look at that. That's beautiful. And that red is popping off the page. It's yummy. I'm probably going to add, once it dries, I'm going to add a couple more depths. So I add a couple more layers on top of it so that it can really off the page. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How are y'all really doing? Today, if I could bottle today up, man. Oh, Dawn, I forgot. I don't know if you came on when I showed this. But this is, you get to see it better this way anyway. See the little pocket? Is the tea still in there? But this is an old Amazon thing that I got some of my paints in. And it was sitting there, and I was just like, hey, it started talking to me. And I was like, well, what you want me to do, right? Hey, tell mommy, hey. And I said, what you want me to do? And I was like, so I had fabric scraps that's over there. And I just pulled out the sewing machine. And as you can see, I sewed them on there. So this is going to be the cover. I'm not done with it. It stopped talking to me. So when it stops talking, I stopped doing it. So it'll be here. And this is Dawn's journal. This is Dawn's junk journal. All the stuff. This is our first thing that I sent her. Also, I told y'all I save all these when I send off packages, and they were in the bag in my junk pile. So they're in, like, each one has a junk, has it in somewhere. So I keep them. I have stuff. Look, I still have the tea. William bought me tea in Frankfurt Airport, right? I still have that bottle, and that's almost 20 years ago. So I still have a lot of things. I keep things. I collect things. And a lot of things that have been grieving because some things that were a lot of memorabilia that I had, I've found out is gone. So I had to grieve that. But it's okay. It's okay. It's a problem for me because it was stuff that my kids created when they were little. Stacy, I can't wait for my husband. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Stacy done got married and all the things. Oh, I'm just so happy. Stacy came to Germany. Her sister was there. Her husband was in the military. And so Stacy came and we did PWOC together, which is Protestant Women of the Chapel. And this is why I say that once you get together and you come together in the ways that you connect, all the other stuff goes away. It doesn't matter. That's why I started this live off with the climate that the world keeps talking about. And I don't have that mentality because I just want to paint. And I have so many friends that when the climate started getting shaky or rocky, I had a couple friends that was just like, I don't know how to navigate through the waters. And this was last time, years ago. And I was like, you navigate through the waters the way you always do. What do you want your child to know? How do you want your child to represent you? And that's just how you're going to do it. And it works out. So don't worry about the climate. Do what you can. And what you can't, you just can't. Can we worry about what's going on? Like right now in the White House, can we do anything about it? I can't. So I'm not going to stress over it. I just want to paint. That's it. Hey, Sonia. How are you? Oh, it's a lot of you guys popping through today. See, today is a great day. You see, put it out in the atmosphere. It's like, oh, my friends popped on and y'all get to see the great. So in my vulnerability, it's not always sad times. Like I'm not always angry. I do have some bright and lighty days. And like I said, I wish I could literally bottle them up like here. I wish I can bottle them up like I got these hearts in here. And then when I need some of this happiness, I can undo it and take one. I wish it was that easy. But it's not. I have to put in some work. And right now with the summer coming up, I'm excited. I really am. I love the summer. I love spring. Spring and fall is my favorite time of year. I love spring and fall. Spring comes in, fall goes out. Summer is hot. We can deal with it, but it's beach time, but it gets too hot. But I digress. So, okay, did y'all get those tips? I really want y'all to get those tips. Really want you to get those tips. Why? Because it's for your well-being. Give yourself permission to rest. I want you to express yourself creatively. And I don't mean you got to have art and do all the things that I do in the studio. Journal, do music, dance, do whatever your thing is. Expressing yourself creatively might be even reading the Bible while walking outside. Just do something different, right? Set boundaries without guilt. That means say no if you need to say no. Don't feel guilty about it. Protect your energy, right? Show up for you first, right? That's what we're going to do. You're going to move your body with intentions, dance around, learn the daggum, what's that thing? Boots on the ground. Somebody said on TikTok, they was like, the world is going to hell and y'all around here learning lion dances. And is. We can't do nothing about if it is going to hell. We're going to put a bow on it and we're going to learn the lion dance and we're going to do boots on the ground. I guess. I don't know. But anyway. And speak to yourself. Speak to yourself. Speak to yourself with love. Tell yourself you're great. Tell yourself you're the best thing that God woke up this morning. Make the people mad. Do that. Make them mad. Because when you get that self-confidence about yourself, you're going to make some people mad. You're going to piss some people off. Ask me if I care. No, I used to. I did. I used to. I don't give a darn now. When you walk behind caskets like I have, you can give less than a darn about what the world has to say about you. Don't care. And don't. Okay, anyways. Y'all, I can sit here and paint another thing. I'm just super excited. But I got to go let the dogs out because it's after 4 o'clock here. And they've been in, I stopped in the yard about 2:30. So I'm going to let them out, go walking a little bit, hang out a little bit. Mr. McCoy says he's coming home to finish the yard. So we will see. If not, then I'm going to put the steaks on. That's what we're going to do. Stacy, I'm so happy to see you on here. And guys, Team Replay. I'm sorry. We can't forget about Team Replay because Team Replay gives time, watch hours too. And I love. Oh, God, y'all, I forgot to tell you. Did y'all see my live? I did the OBS. I've made it private now. But I learned how to use OBS, how to record. Listen, Boaz barking like, yeah, come on. How to basically take I could have recorded me doing this and then I could put it live and it could just run like hours and hours. I was just like, oh, cool. But y'all know I'm not going to waste my internet like that. That's what I realized I was doing, was wasting my internet. So I like coming up and showing up live, having a chat and everything. But I digress. Team Replay, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here on Team Replay. I want you to hit that subscribe button. If anything I said resonated with you, anything works for you that I said, any of the tips work, slapping paint on paper, or even you just want to join the hashtag, I just want to paint. Hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, and that like button, and share the video with somebody. Because somebody else might want to, I don't know, join too. Y'all know I'm trying to reach that goal. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers and get them 4,000 watch hours because we want to be able to have that join button down there so that way we can be right here on YouTube and do all the things. And we're going to do it by the end of this year. I say by the end of June, July. Depends on if I stay on the track that I'm on now, it'll be by June. Yeah, because I look at it as being, I get 30 subscribers a month because I want authentic subscribers who resonate and who want to be on Team Karen, right? All y'all want to be on Team Karen. Even if you like to paint, or even if you like the truth, or you just like to have fun, because I like to have fun. And I like to tell the truth, even though sometimes it might hurt. Just say amen and fix it or whatever. But I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. I wasn't born for everybody. I was born for somebody. And you might be the somebody. So share it with somebody else. They might be the somebody. So that's where we are. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I thought I saw one and went to see and it was gone. Yeah, it was. So it was. And I did one. William said, he came and he's like, hey, what happened to this video? I was watching it. What happened? I was like, I just made it private. So I was like, well, darn, let me make it back public. Maybe other people was watching it. So how about I'll do this? I'll put it up maybe live. I'll make it public again because it replays. It's only 30 minutes long and it replays 3 times. So then, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. And so that way, Dawn, if you want to listen to it, then you can listen to it when you, maybe when you're doing something else, because it has classical music, because y'all know I love classical music. Or if you didn't, that's another fun fact about me. I love classical music. I love jazz. I just love music. which is why Crystal and I really click, because she loves music so much. So she loves the words. She know all the words to all the things. I don't know all the words. I know a lot of them, but not all. Not like she do. Her and Kendra know all the words. All right, guys. Boaz is really barking. I think Lauren might be outside the door, back there, and that's what he's barking at. So, but thank you guys for hanging out with me this extra long time. Y'all have a great day. Remember, take care of you. Remember the goals. Remember the not the goals, the tips. Take care of you. Remember to do what you said you were gonna do. And if you don't be hard on yourself. Because we're trying to fill our cup up so that when we show up for the world, we're pouring, it's overflowing, and we're serving from the overflow, not even from a full cup. Top out, that's what you're serving. Not from just right there. You're not trying to give. If your cup is right there, stop serving. Say no. And go and take care of you. Because, we can't pour from an empty cup. I'll see you later, guys. I will see you guys on Monday. Don't forget, we're here every Monday and Wednesday. And if you're not able to join on the live, they are up from replays. You can go back and binge all of them. They work out. They're still there. They will not go anywhere. This series might get pulled down at the second week of April because it's great content. It's a great evergreen, and I definitely can package it and put it in an offer. And can. All right, guys. Thank you. See you later. Love you guys. Stacy, love you. Thank y'all for showing up. I do love you guys because if you wasn't here, I'd be talking to myself.